Welcome to Healthy Vegan Living. My name's Gary, and what today I'm going to show you is how to make oat groats, but in a batch amount. Not just a single serve like I've done before, but a much bigger amount. The ingredients are simple. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be using these, I call them champagne mango. They're just a nice, delicious, orangey, fleshy mango. Nothing else. We're not adding sugar. We're not adding anything else to it. We're going to replace mango inside the Instapot along with 2 cups worth of oat groats. Oat groats which are soy-free, they're vegan, no added sugar, no sodium. These are pure oats. They're certified gluten-free. It works out that half a cup is going to be 160 calories. But I'm doing this to show you that you can prepare this ahead of time for your entire family. You can make this easily. Now this is how you do it. And this is what's going to be coming up next. So come and see how this video turns out.
Welcome to Healthy Vegan Living, a whole food, plant-based lifestyle.
Okay, so you saw I turned on the Instapot and it's on. But the first thing we really need to do is we need to measure, which I've already done, our oat groats, and we have to wash them in the sink, in this case. And you're just looking at them, making sure there's nothing unusual with them. You should do this every time you do any kind of cooking, like oat groats, putting them in here. Now, in the other servings, you saw me, I started at 2 cups and then slowly moved my way down to half a cup because the ingredients were very wet. Well, this is a different case. I'm putting in 4 cups of water, filtered water, and I'm choosing to have 8 of these. What I've done is I've washed them all. Don't have to worry about the stickers because you're not going to be eating the skin. And I've scraped the contents of it inside here. I'm going to show you some more really quickly. I use a spoon and I just basically, that didn't work out. Try to cut little pieces of it and I just stick it, I'm going to just drop it in the Instapot. Well, in this case, I should have dropped it in here. Then I scrape the skin out and I put it in here. And that's all this is going to give us our flavor and our sugar and the sweet tasting of the oat groats. So I just got a couple more to do here. We're just going to quickly get these done. Thought there was some skin there. And it's going to dissolve itself and it's going to be a really nice texture to eat. It's just a labor of love at this point. I'm just finishing up putting in this fruit. There is no advantage whether you're cooking this oat groats on the stove or in the Instapot. The only advantage is that on an extremely hot day, we've had 100-degree weather. By not using the stove, you're not heating up the entire kitchen. The only area that's being heated is your Instapot, and then most of the action is happening in this liner. So that's one advantage. But for the most part, whether you cook it on the stove top or in the Instapot, it's going to be the same amount of time. Now, individual servings, I was cooking it for 20 minutes. I got basically 2 servings out of that. But I'm going to be cooking this for 50 minutes in Instapot, including the additional time to vent it. I'm hoping that by cooking it a little longer, I'll be able to get a creamier, more delicious oat groats. Not that saying that the instant serves that I made were any less delicious. I'm just trying to see if I can get something different out of it. Okay, so I'm going to bring the camera so I can show you how I do this one time. So you have an idea of how I'm scraping this out. Okay, so what I did is on these, I cut the fruit in half like you see here, and I used a spoon and I scraped it off. And over here I'm just finishing up this one here that I had pre-cut. So that's what it basically is. I've tried cutting these up, skinning them, none of that stuff works. I found the best way so far has been the spoon. Now something like this is the edge. I just kind of hold it on the sides because that's what you want. You want the flesh of the fruit to add that unique flavor. Okay. My aunt, who lived in San Diego, had her own tree, and we used to love to go to her house and eat her champagne mangoes. That's what I always call them. I don't really think they're called champagne mangoes. I just loved them so much, I came up with a name for it. It doesn't have to be perfect. You're just trying to get most of the fruit out because you've already cut off quite a bit off already. Okay, so there's a big mess, but you'll understand in a few minutes. Wash my hands. Okay, one small little quick tip. You do get a little seal on this particular oat groats that I bought at Amazon.com. It's called Gluten-free Harvest, but I don't trust it because a lot of these pre-packaged seals, they look like they work, and then when you need them the most, they fail. So what I do is I put it in a gallon container for freezing. Not that I ever freeze this stuff. And then it's safe, and I know that these really seal well. So let me just show you. It makes a lot of noise. And how do you know if it's sealed? You turn it upside down, it hasn't poured out the oat groats all over the counter or anything like that. It stayed in the bag nice and safe, all right? And because I've been eating a lot of oat groats lately, I've been storing mine in my pantry, which is, room temperature about 72 degrees. But if you don't use these as much, put them in your refrigerator, and some of my friends put them in their freezer. It all depends on what room you have available. See you in a few minutes. Yes, I'm excited! I'm excited! Aren't you? All right, as you can see, we started at 50 minutes and now we're down to 43 minutes. So it's going through its cycle. It is baking, it is cooking the oat groats. So now we're down to 39 minutes. Hooray! The kitchen is all clean now. Now I can show you what do you do during this time. That's a long time to wait 50 minutes. But what you do is you get your containers, you get your labels. In this case, I wrote down Mango Oat Groats, June 26, 2022. Of course, I got creative on some of the other ones. I skipped a 22 and I just wrote down 2022. And on this one, I got really lazy. I decided to just write down June 22. But the point being is that if you label everything you have, if it hides in the fridge for a little while, you'll have an idea of when approximately do you need to use this right away, or can you wait a week or a couple days. Okay, also what you need is you need your mitts, because when you get this out, this is going to be really hot, screaming hot. You don't want to get burned. You need a ladle to pull all the delicious ingredients out of your Instapot into these plastic containers. Okay, so we're going to see you in a little bit. Continue to have a wonderful day. So now we're at 22 minutes. So we are slowly working our way down. 11 minutes. All right, we have 2 minutes left and we'll let you know what happens next. All right, so now you see it's finished. So what you do is you press this red area to off. You can even unplug it if you want. And now you just set a timer for 15 minutes, or you just come back in 15 minutes and then the Instapot will be naturally vented. All right, we'll see in a little bit. Okay, so it just rang and we don't have any pressure. So the first thing you do is you open the lid, and when you open it up, you let the juices fall inside so that way nobody gets burnt. And this is perfect. And let me show you why. It's nice and thick all the way through, and there's no extra juices or water or anything else like there was with the single serve. So I'm just simply going to put it right away into these bowls. It smells heavenly. And tomorrow morning, I am going to have it made. Okay, now I think I might have enough for 2 bowls instead of 3. And this should easily last me the week, since I'm the only one eating it. Okay. Put my mitts on so I don't get burnt. Pick this up this way. And then move this out. And again, scoop it out. Okay, that's overkill. Scoop it out this way. Gary's going to lick the bottom of that container. Okay, so let's see if it worked. So the additional minutes, 50 minutes of cooking, really did make a much creamier oat groats. And with the champagne mangoes, and it actually says champagne on it, I never noticed that before. It does have a really unique and tasty flavor. And if you're a little sensitive to sugar, this is perfect because it's tasty enough without overpowering you with that sugar that most people put over their pancakes or whatever else. It's a nice, delicious, very beautiful flavor. Okay, so this is what this video was about. How to use champagne mangoes in ordinary oat groats, cooking them in the Instapot for 15 minutes, and voila! You have a delicious breakfast for the entire week. Well, we sure appreciate you guys watching us, and we'll see you soon on our next Twisted Oat Groat video soon. Bye-bye now.
If you like what you see, subscribe. And if you like this video, give us a thumbs up.
It would really be nice if it was chocolate.